thing, but you're lucky you caught me just as I was free. So
Oh yeah. So, yo, this is your boy, the Omega Katana, back in the Omega Dimension, but this time it's blurry, as you can say, because it's under construction right now. So I just activated a blurry effect, so you don't see what's in the background. As in a moment, it's in the middle of a process of an update.
oh
So this
nice.
is like a program that's like, for example, if you need a background here, just use this blur effect so no one can barely see what's going on in the background. Anyways, about that, about sorry about my rudeness. I'd like to introduce our guest and fellow katana, aka protector of the Omega Dimension, Makenshi
The night,
critiques.
yeah. Yeah, I'm glad to be back on the Mega
Okay.
because there's a lot to talk about. Usually there's not much to talk about, but this time there's quite a bit to talk about.
Yeah, sorry about that. He was having some little issues with his mic. I thought it would be doing really well, but please bear with me. Bear with us, people, because everyone has crackling audio issues and whatnot when on certain days.
It's okay right now though, right, Mega?
It's whenever try going near your mic and try speaking loudly to it, slowly but loudly.
I mean, do you still hear the crackling right now?
Yes, it cracks. Don't know why it's having it, but oh, we got some people here saying what's good, man. I'm doing fine.
No, I mean
Welcome
from on
back.
your stream I can't hear the crackling for some reason. When I listen to myself on your stream.
Yeah, you need to like listen to yourself on stream. It's probably on your end or some. But sorry about the technical difficulties. But today's today's episode is basically on a certain Japanese video game company and a certain recent entry that's coming out this year on their flagship famous franchise. Let me just say it: Final Fantasy.
Oh god.
Whoopie doo. Woo whoopie
That
doo. So
that franchise isn't what it used to be.
exactly. That's why we're so critical of it. If we're seeing as a bunch of haters in our therapy session, so be it. You can go on the what's that guy's name again? On those Final Fantasy YouTubers channel saying, "Oh, Final Fantasy 16, all DMC whatnot."
Yeah,
Look, if I want to play
NHK, yeah.
Final Fantasy, I want to strategize while I beat kill monsters.
Yeah.
If you want to make it M-rated game, like Game of Thrones, where's the dismemberment?
Yeah. It's like half measures. You know, have your cake and eat it too. We'll make it look medieval so that it looks like the bee's knees to the classic fans. But then when you're playing the game, it's like you're playing Street Fighter or Devil May Cry or some like score attack or combo attack sort of game.
Oh, like Witcher 3, but more simplified.
Yeah,
You
more
played Witcher
simplified.
3? I tried Witcher 3. It was kind of get complex. You thought it was like a hack and slash role playing game? Oh,
Yeah,
boy, it's actually strategic.
it's very strategic. You using your spells. You know, Geralt can't just move like Dante, like an anime character. He dances around his enemies. He's got to not
Think,
commit to animations and everything.
yeah. They're trying to go for the Game of Thrones Witcher 3 aspect, but I want to see like Final Fantasy 4 and Final Fantasy 9. But let's get started here. Because before we get started, let's just say one more time, welcome to the order, welcome to the order of welcome to the Mega Dimension, Makenshi. You're now a fellow knight and guardian.
Yeah, you dubbed me a fellow knight. That's dope.
Yes, unlike peasant, we don't. I don't call my fans peasants. Why you call your fans and supporters a peasant?
Exactly.
It's a knight, not a peasant.
Only Final Fantasy peasant calls his subscribers peasants.
Peasants. No, you don't call your fans peasants, man.
Yeah.
So, speaking of Final Fantasy peasants, or plebs,
Flips.
but let me just say that we'll just get started about right now. And we got some people in here. It's going to be a good short party. We don't
You
have
got the
much
list, yeah?
time.
Omega, like the talking stuff, points and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
When we do this podcast, maybe write down these talking. Yeah, I'm reading notes right now. Thanks for him getting the notes so we can stay focused here. Let's just start off the bat here. What are your thoughts on Final Fantasy 16 and the criticism of what they have shown? DMC like combat, no party control. Let me just start this off here. When I saw the party members like Jill and Sid doing nothing like Mickey, like Donald Duck and Goofy, and
Yeah,
during the
exactly.
gameplay, while
Yeah.
Clive is doing all the hard work, being all Dante, Devil May Cry 3 style, while all the party members is just like,
But even Donald and Goofy, you can equip them with items. You can adjust the aggression of their AI if they're defensive or aggressive.
oh my
In this game, you
god.
can't do any of that. They're just running around to make it look like you're in a party and doing party shit. But it's really like they do no damage. They do absolutely no damage. Even when they're throwing out Blizzaga and Mega Ice spells and she's turning into Shiva and everything, they do no damage because it's just there to look flashy. When you're really the main, Dante doing the combos and fucking. Okay, which
Well,
chat do you want me to type in?
at like a public chat because basically I want people to hear what you're saying because of just for a backup, so people don't think I'm just like ignoring you and whatnot, and because of the crackling.
They don't hear crackling though.
Guys, can you hear crackling? Because on my end, I just hear crackling. Before we continue, if you hear Makenshi, say I, or you can hear me say I. Oh, Eid Mubarak. You got more
Yeah,
people showing up.
Imubarak, bro.
Got a class Bizarra while the gameplay it's like using a fire spell on Ifrit. Like, doesn't make sense, man.
Yeah,
That
see,
doesn't.
Vector, no, there's no crackling. They don't hear anything.
Okay, let me try on my end. Probably I'm using Google Chrome.
Okay.
Let me just go on my live streams here. So,
Vector, we're about to go in, Vector, on
yeah, we
FF16.
are. We're about to go in. I'm just like going to type on the
But
go
see, that's
to.
the thing, Mad Dog. Sorry, your boy Mad Dog Wheaton says you're stoked because of the imagery, the British accents, the medieval setting. I don't have no problem with that. It's the Devil May Cry combat, and there's no parties. You can't control your party members. Every good Final Fantasy game has been about 4 or 5 party members that you can control. You can equip them. You can, you know.
Wow, I don't hear crackling on your end. Sorry about that. I was just like testing. Oh, sorry about
You
that. Muting myself. I'm
you
just like
you've been you've
I
been
can hear
dazzled by
you
this.
I can hear you on my phone on YouTube, but it's basically on Google Chrome I'm using because StreamYard's acting like a complete jerk to my whenever I use it. I have to use Google Chrome.
See, Mad Dog Wheaton, you've been dazzled by the spectacle. That's really what it is. It's the same thing that happened when 15 came out. Everyone was dazzled by Noctis, this edgy looking emo dude flying around with his blue trail, with all those swords fucking around him, doing anime shit, floating in the air, beating Behemoth. But then the game came out. And then 2, 3 years later, everyone, including Noctis, Night Sky Prince, who literally bases his entire
Yeah, it's
YouTube
weird.
personality around Noctis,
Sorry about that. I was like
admitted,
basically testing out something.
yeah, he admitted that the game was kind of disappointing. I'm not saying 16 will be trash or
That's
disappointing. I'm just saying
weird.
like it's not
How can
metric.
how can I can hear him perfectly? I'll be right back.
I think it might be a StreamYard issue.
Which is
They were disingenuous about the world, sure. It was nothing like, but the combat was essentially the same. And the combat is what people hated, which is weird because they were blown away by the combat when they showed it in trailers. They just didn't want that combat in a core FF. If this was still a Versus 13 title, like a spin-off, I don't think people would have had the expectations they had had when it became 15, and they would have actually been pretty down with the combat. It's no different to what Nomura showed when 15 was Versus 13. So I don't understand this weird double standard for the combat.
Sorry about that.
Yeah.
Hello? Can you hear
D-
me?
yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm just testing out something. Like, basically, it's kind of like weird. Just try to like stop the camera and whatnot.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah,
So we can continue. You can follow the list and stuff.
yeah. I could just follow it through with a YouTube channel, but it's going to sound a bit weird. Let me just get on one ear, on one end. I'll be right back. Oh my god.
Omega's hasn't done this in a little while, so. Yeah, I mean, I get your point, Bected, but it's not too far off. It's not too far off from what we got. Carry on, my tech difficulties. At least with FF16's combat, there seems to be some bit of skill involved as opposed to F15's press square to win. I mean, I agree with you. See, the problem people have is just because I'm saying it's Devil May Cry combat that I'm somehow criticizing Devil May Cry combat. I'm not. I think Devil May Cry combat is good in a Devil May Cry game. It's a different discipline, if you know what I mean. See, okay, Mad Dog, imagine your favorite, I don't know, your favorite Gundam action game or mecha action game became like a real-time strategy game tomorrow, or if it randomly decided to become turn-based, you'd have a problem, right? Like, you'd have a problem. There were many people who turned off Yakuza because it became a turn-based RPG from a full-on like street brawler, Streets of Rage style brawler. So it turned a lot of people off. So why do we have to go from turn-based parties, everything, so granular managing your party, equipping them, min-maxing, to just straight on beat 'em up Devil May Cry discipline? Completely different disciplines. I mean, you have to be lucky if you like Devil May Cry and FF at the same time. Then it's no problem. But if you like Devil May Cry for being Devil May Cry and FF for being what it's been, then okay. Dude, Omega was lucky I jumped in. He didn't even give me any heads up. He literally told me this podcast was going to be happening like 5 minutes ago. He was lucky I just finished my Picard season 3 finale react. He's gone. You guys gotta throw the questions at me, man. I sent him like a list of 5 or 6 talking points on Twitter. Deja vu 11 times. What criticism do you have, Matt Wheaton, for 16? I know what you like. I know what everybody likes. But what do you dislike about what you've seen?
Yep. Come on. Good. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, good. Fine, it's just a headache, man. Have to deal with testing during the freaking like podcast. Next time we should do this get more prepared. I know you want to get into this, but just finish your talking about before I get to my opinions, because this is a joke. Sorry about that. Hello?
Yeah, sorry, I'm here. I thought you wanted to continue like the topic. I mean.
Yeah, I hate Google Chrome. Have to use Google Chrome instead of using Firefox.
Oh shit, that Mozilla Firefox.
Okay. You see on my end.
See, people like to say that FF's just about story. It doesn't matter about combat. For me, it's everything.
Yeah.
It has to be about story and
the story
combat.
Second. No, makes the gameplay and the story come first in an RPG.
Exactly. Because that's the majority of what you're doing. You may have 11 hours of cutscenes, but you're spending 30, 40 hours playing the actual game, so there's people disingenuous saying, oh, it's not about the It's not about the story. I don't have a affection for turn-based, so I don't care about it. Believe me, you'll care about it when they slap a terrible gameplay on an amazing story.
God, man, this is so dumb.
Can you see the
Yep.
chat,
Should
Omega?
set up this nights. Yup, should have set up the stream for me. Okay. So I'll be right back, people. We just have to try out something before I continue. Sorry
What's the
about cutting
issue on
this
your end?
short.
What's the issue?
Hello?
Well,
Because
yeah, what's
basically,
the issue on your end?
the issues because you're still cracking up. So probably it's on Google. I'm using Google Chrome and it's like messing up on making on my end, so I can't hear you clearly on while I was
Okay.
on recording here. Like probably some bug or something. What?
Yeah, I thought. Yeah, it's not an issue on my end, but I can hear you clearly. So
Yeah. Yeah, I'll be right back. I'll have to close the stream and then make a part two.
maybe we should have had more time to start this. Like we just started it the minute you messaged me. We should have maybe given a heads up, like a 1 day heads up before we planned to do this one.
Yeah. And while he sounds perfectly clear, but my end here it sounds like garbage. Why be I can't I if people yeah, twist the headphone jack, let's try that. Let's twist the headphone jack. Let's twist the headphone jack, see that works. Can you hear speak now?
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. How's it?
Perfect. Thank you, Evil Moe. Oh, thank you, Vector Promise. Thank you very much. You just saved my butt.
Oh shit! So it was your headphones. Okay.
Just hold on. Let's try that. Let me try this again.
Dude, everyone's having a headphones issue lately. I've been having headphone issues.
7, 8. Never doing this again. Blah 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 blah.
Vectored promise.
Okay, so let's try some my and whoopie doo, you can too.
Baker was having issues the last time I spoke to him.
Hello?
Yo, Omega. Omega, can you hear me?
Hello? Can you hear me
Omega,
now?
can you hear me?
Let's try
Yeah,
on.
I can hear you, Omega.
You can hear, you can too.
Yo, Omega.
Can you
Where'd
hear me
Omega?
now?
Yeah, I can
Can
hear
you
you,
hear
Omega.
me now?
Yeah, I can hear
Yes. I'm using Bluetooth headphones now.
you. Okay.
Yes, you are an Omega. Yes, you are a Knight because you saved the stream. If this was the. Oh, crap.
Vectored greatness. So yeah, let's just read off the topic stuff, and you give your points, and I'll give mine.
Yeah, this is like. Oh, let's just do that. I'll just ramble on and he rambles on. Just to save people time.
I just want to see. I want to see the people's criticisms that aren't me, because I feel like nobody is criticizing this game. They're all like, "Oh, look at the British accents. Oh, look at the designs. Oh, look at the medieval. Look at the kaiju battles. Look at the." No one's saying nothing like. I remember when Resident Evil 4 went all action, and everyone had issues with it. The fixed camera guys were really up in arms about it. But now that we're going from like this to all action, I see no one even pushing back. It's weird.
Hello? Okay, so basically, I was not a Resident Evil fan back in the day, and I didn't use the internet a lot when I was younger, but it was a huge jump, like, seeing hack and slash, thanks to, like, Final Fantasy 15 paved the way for that. But with
Yeah.
16, it's like focusing on one
Omega,
audience.
your voice is really muffled right now. Your audio just changed. It's like your head's in a bucket or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, your voice is muffled, like you got like a sock over your mouth or something.
Yep. Communications.
Do you wanna postpone this? Do this another time?
Let's see on here.
Because I thought you'd give me like at least half a day heads up or like a 24-hour head up. Did you put on a helmet or something, Omega? He put on one of his medieval knight helmets.
On the Switch.
Yeah, I think your camera is webcam is now trying to broadcast your audio. You need to switch it back to your microphone, headset, whatever it is.
Let me see. Let me see if that's the case. I probably need to delete my mobs. Okay, we just have to shut. If this keeps up, we have to shut the screen down. And I'm
Yeah, just give
sorry.
me a heads up so we can actually plan this.
Okay. So we have to end the stream because something's wrong with the audio.
Yeah, yeah, just plan this again, but just give me like 24 hours notice or something.
Okay, I will.
All right.
Okay. Yep, I have to shut the screen down.